Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Baltimore Orioles.
Come on, show me what you're working with, cause I got a lot. And you can try, but you never really tank for me, cause I'm a soul and it ain't really no break in me. And you can try, but you never really tank for me, cause I'm a soul and it ain't really no break in me. I've been living life inside of a groove, and you can't stop me, cause I've been on the move. Yeah, I've been living life inside of a groove, and you can't stop me, cause I've been on the move. I've been living life inside of a groove, and you can't stop me, cause I've been on the move.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And towing the slab in this one, Dean Kramer.
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Andres Jimenez leading things off and takes a strike. That pitch gets the corner, and that's strike two.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Goes down looking. Bichette up to the dish.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately, working on an 8-game hitting streak.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-1. Bichette, a former All-Star, batting second in today's lineup, and he was a second-round pick back in 2016. And he hits a ground ball right side. A dive. Nice stop. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, you can see right there, he looks very comfortable going to the backhand. Nice diving stop. Gets up to complete the play. That'll fire the team up for sure.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now, second in the AL in home runs. Just off the outside edge, and it's 1-0. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. That one finds the zone, and the count is 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Fastball is outside. That misses the zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Got him looking. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. And now the O's will get their first crack at it. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back now at Oriole Park. Today's starting pitcher, Chris Bassett. What do we need to know here?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
Bottom of the first. And into the box for Baltimore, Cedric Mullins. That misses. 1-0.
1-0.
And another ball. And that's downstairs. 3 balls, no strikes.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
There's a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
To second, that's 1. To Guerrero, and they turn 2.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Now here is Gunnar Henderson. First pitch misses. Henderson with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately.
Even superstars have their slumps from time to time, Boog, and he's no exception. He's too good to struggle much longer, though. I'd expect him to turn it around soon.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Now this is in the air down the line, and no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. And now it's 1-2. Caught him looking for the K. Orioles held in check there. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Anthony Santander. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Kramer back to work. And that one clips the corner. Santander working through some struggles lately. Check swing, called strike.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Pitch misses there, and it's 1-2. Kicks and fires. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. He was 0 for 4 in Wednesday's game. That
Ball.
one close, ruled a ball.
One ball.
And that's ball
No
one.
strike.
No score here in the second. Runner on the move. And that is out of play. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. He keeps it down. It's just so tough to put wood on.
And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Will Wagner. Pitch
Ball.
misses, ball one.
1-0.
Santander at first, one gone. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
1-1.
Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
And there's a foul ball.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Mullins hauls it in, and there's two away.
Right fielder, George Springer.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in game one of this three-game set. Outside low, and that is ball one.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Two outs. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout. One left for Toronto. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And we're back. Bottom of the second. Now the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill. First pitch doesn't find the zone. On the ground, and that chance handled. Gets it to first, and O'Neill is retired. So next to hit for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. And that's in the dirt.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Next one misses. Ball two. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
One down, base is empty. And there's ball four.
Take your base.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
And now the right fielder, Colton Cowser.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Bassett with a look to first. Westberg back on a dive. Ground ball to the right side. They get one. He's in there.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now the DH, Kobe Mayo. That one outside, and that's ball one. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores and they have the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
Everything came together for him. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's Adley Rutschman. And the first pitch misses for ball one. And another ball. Mayo leads off first with 2 down to the inning. He swings and fouls one off. Fouls one off. 2-2. Started to go after it. Now we'll look down to third, and he won a round. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. A run, a hit, and a man left. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Orioles 1 and the Jays 0. Top half of the third inning, and here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. On a line, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Wastes no time there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
1 strike. One
in the dirt, and it's a ball and a strike as the runner holds. Tying run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Misses outside, and it's 2-1. On the ground to third, might be 2. to second for one. How about that double play?
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here's Andres Jimenez. He's 0 for 1. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
Two outs, base is empty. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
And that's a fair ball. So 2 down. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 1 so far. There's a strike. And it's 1-1. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Can't glove it cleanly. Has some trouble with it.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
Runner at second, 2 down. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Orioles 1 and the Jays nothing.
Look at me. He's swerving. I'm feeling so powerful. Look at me. I am a boss. I make the rules. Don't listen to nobody. Do what I choose. Got nothing to lose.
Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. Mateo matched a homer in his last game. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Outside low. And it's 2-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Hit on the ground to short. Bichette tosses to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins, walked to open the ball game. That one's in there, 0-1. Foul ball. 1 out, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. Gets the out. 2 down after the strikeout.
Just a hammer 12-6 curveball right there, Boo. That was exactly what he wanted to do with it. Not a ton of pitchers can throw a true 12-6 break, but he does, and you can't throw it any better than he did right there.
And next for the Orioles, Ryan O'Hearn. First pitch just misses. In the zone for a strike. That was the sweeper. Right side. Fires over to Guerrero. That's the third out. Inning over. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles, but they lead it 1-0. Back now at Oriole Park, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Right through there for a strike.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Anthony Santander at the plate. That's in there. And that is strike 1. Santander in his 8th season, 30 years old now. And he was selected for the All-Star game last year.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Smoked on the ground to second. Throws to first. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Down in order go the Blue Jays. They still trail 1-0. Back here in Baltimore, bottom of the 4th, and into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
First pitch misses. Swings through that one for strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike. Two. 1-2.
That one just outside. Misses the outside corner, and it's 2-2. Down on strikes, looking for the 2nd straight plate appearance. Here's Tyler O'Neill. Grounded out his first time. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
0-2.
And delivers outside. And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
2-2.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, base is empty. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. First pitch, and he just misses.
1 ball.
2 down, nobody
no
on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. High fly ball out towards left field. That one carrying. That'll make it out of here. Home run number 5 on the season. It's 2-0.
He hasn't been at his best at the plate these last few games, so this could end up being an important home run for him. Maybe it's a sign of more to come. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. Outside low, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Pitch misses there, and the count's even at 2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Orioles add 1 on the solo homer, and it's 2-zip. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Kramer back to work. Tap foul at the plate.
Well, these Blue Jays just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Next pitch is outside.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Swings and misses. Strikeout number 8.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
In the air to left center. O'Neill hauls it in, 2 away. And next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Up
Ball.
and in, ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
The Blue Jays trailing by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. That's in there, and it's a ball and a strike. The other way, and there's a hit, and that keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, center fielder Dalton Varsho.
And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. He's 0 for 1. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Kirk off of first with 2 away. Swung on, belted. Cowser going back. Hits the fence. And that's a 2-out double.
Back-to-back base hits. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
So digging in, Andres Jimenez. 1 for 2. That one's
1-0.
upstairs, ball 1. That
Ball
misses. Yeah, that's ball 2.
He's been raking in
balls,
recent
no
games,
strike.
and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
And
Ball
another
3.
ball. And they're all
That's a
loaded
ball.
up.
Take your base.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
2 outs, bases full. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Two outs. And a swing and a miss. With number 9 for him in this game. 9.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. First
No.
offering, and it just misses.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Strike one. Chris, you played here in 2002.
1-1.
What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there
One
with
ball, 2
an
strikes.
encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball. He doesn't flinch at all with the front shoulder, stays nice and closed behind in the count, and hits this ball beautifully.
Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman, struck out swinging his first time. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Nobody out, runner at first. Up the middle, Jimenez. The flip, one at second, to first, not in time. Great effort there. Jorge Mateo now grounded out his first time up. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. So next to hit for Baltimore, Cedric Mullins. He is struck out and he is walked. That one ripped. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Oh boy, do they catch a break. Otherwise, you're looking at runners around the bases and probably a run that scores.
And next for the Orioles, Ryan O'Hearn. That one to first, Guerrero. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 2 left on. 5 innings complete. It's the Orioles 2 and the Jays nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 6. And now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And that is in there for a strike. I believe that's the split.
I love the fact that we've seen both Vladimir Guerrero and Vladdy Jr. win the home run derby. They're the first father-son duo to ever win it. Vladdy back in 2007 and Vladdy Jr. in 2023. Even though his dad didn't give him any advice for the event other than to go out there and hit home runs. Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus. But they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
On the ground right side. Throw to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
There's the strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Line drive, base hit.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
And now Will Wagner squirts away a little bit. And another ball.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Fouled off. He was late. Next offering in there for a strike. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grounds one to short. Tosses to first. And that is the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Orioles 2 and the Jays nothing. Bottom of the 6th. Now it's going to be Gunnar Henderson. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That's a strike, and the count is 0-2. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Henderson gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Foul ball, still 0-2.
One, two.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And there's a ball. No. Runner at first with no outs here.
Full count.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. Wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle, so I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. That's it for Chris Bassett, and they trail as he exits, but he kept them close. A new arm will be on the mound after the break. New pitcher now for the Jays, Eric Swanson.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
I'm still getting these concussions, throw my head against the wall, turning nothing into something, make it everything my fault, but you got me top, begging you to stay. I'm bleeding out from screaming out your name.
Just missed.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
There's a strike, 95 of that one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Runner on the go. There's a ball. Throw to second. He's safe. One out and a runner at second here in the bottom of the 6th. And that misses. And that's ball 3.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Stays alive. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. Back there. And it's off the wall. Runner from second scores as they add on.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you, just got to battle.
One out, runner at second. Now it's the right fielder, Colton Cowser. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
1 strike.
Late with the swing there. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Chad Green appears to be getting loose. Nance getting cranked up as well. Back to right. And just foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
In the dirt, blocked. Tag, save. He's into third on the wild pitch.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. And down on strikes he goes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
I guarantee he's going to check the tape on that last pitch when he gets a chance, because he thought it was ball 4, and he wasn't wrong. I mean, it was a close pitch. Definitely not an easy call, but especially after a long at-bat, that'll drive you crazy getting rung up like that.
So up next, Kobe Mayo. Top of the zone for a called strike. Runner at third, 2 away. Just missed.
1-1. Two. 1-2.
Swings and misses, struck him out. The O's add 1 on an RBI double. It's now 3-0. You're dialed into the show. We go to the top of the 7th, and now the right fielder, George Springer. That one in the dirt, and that's ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Yennier Cano is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Perez getting loose as well. Foul ball there. Going to count 1 and 2. That one missed.
2-2.
Springer swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And that K brings him into double digits for the game. In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. He's 2 for 2. Inside, just missed. Ripped into right center. Base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
And that one sliced foul.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
That's outside. And now it's even 1-1. That clips the corner. Got him swinging. And he keeps putting up the Ks. That's number 11.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Dean Kramer done for the night. Great effort out of him as he exits in line for the win. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back. A new arm into the game, the righty Yennier Cano. So up next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Kirk off of first with 2 away. Out to short. Henderson. They get the force, and that is that. Blue Jays held in check. They trail in this one 3-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tommy Nance.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now at the plate, Adley Rutschman. Nance, 33 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. And first offering is fouled off. Just missed.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
And now 2-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
2-2 now. He goes down looking. Jorge Mateo, the next to hit for the Orioles.
If there's nobody on in front of him, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. And another ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah.
That one just misses.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Nance sets, fires. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone. I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
That one fouled off. Move to first. Mateo back safely. Man at first, 1 away.
Ball.
In the dirt. Fought off foul. On the ground to first. Into the outfield, base hit. And now two aboard. Not in time. He's safe.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Runners in the corners here, one away. Ryan O'Hearn, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch misses.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And a base hit knocks in a run.
Couple of singles back to back. Kind of just punts it out there the other way. Didn't hit it real hard, but he got just enough of it to dunk it behind the infield. And I tell you what, you'll take those every day you can get them.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. That's in there. Strike one. Mullins on second. O'Hearn over at first with one away. Outside, and that's ball one. In the dirt. So on the wild pitch, two guys advance.
With 2 on and 1 out, you're just hoping you can get a double play ball to get yourself out of the inning. But now you've really got some work to do. Need a big strikeout here.
One down, runners at second and third.
Full count.
This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And that one's a little bit low. 1-0.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
Grounded to third. Could be 2 to Jimenez. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Ready to begin the 8th, and now for the Jays, Bichette. And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. That's off the inside edge. 1-2 the count. Fastball right back to the mound. Tosses to first. Out. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Breaking ball misses down and away. The Orioles leading by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Ball 1 there. That one hammered left field. That's back there. That one hops against the fence. O'Neill whips it back in. And they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So runner at second, 2 down. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Santander at second with 2 down. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Fly ball to right. Cowser. He makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Orioles 4 and the Jays nothing. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Chad Green. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. And into the box for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. He's already homered here in this one. That one's in there. Strike 1.
You know, these Orioles, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've launched 6 hits at 90+ exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
And a slider misses down and away. Check swing, called strike. Got him swinging.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Cowser in the box now. No balls and a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Swing and a miss.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Toronto's bullpen with some action. Ryan Burr up and loosening in the pen. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Ball 1.
Good job to fight that one off. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Hit in the air, center field. Varsho. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Next is the designated hitter, Kobe Mayo. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Strike 2.
0-2. One, 2.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one 95 to finish him off. Nothing doing this time around for the O's, but they lead it 4-0. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Baker. He last pitched 2 days ago. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Will Wagner. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And that drops in for a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
And that's
Ball
way
two.
high. 2-1. And that's too
3-1.
high. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
That's a good
That's
at
the
bat
ball.
right
Take your
there. He
bait.
was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Man at first. Now it's the right fielder, George Springer. And that's
Ball.
outside. Ball one. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Charlie Morton, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Wells also getting ready. Wagner gets his lead at first with nobody out. Just
that's the
missed.
ball.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
That one misses, and it's 3-0. You see the velocity 97 with that fastball. And ball four, 2
Take your
aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Right through there for a strike.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And now the 0-1. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. No outs, runners at first and second. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Here's Mateo for 1. Onto O'Hearn. 2.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So they're down to their final out. And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. In for a strike, 0-1. Two outs and a runner at third here at the top of the ninth.
No. 1-1.
That one is
2-1.
upstairs. Two outs.
Hit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
1 strike away.
Full count.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Brian Baker is done, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Felix Bautista on to try and close it out. He has a great slider with tons of movement. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. That one's in there. 0-1.
0-1.
Corners are occupied with 2 down. That one missing inside. That misses, and it's 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That misses the zone. Counts full, 3-2.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
So bases all loaded up. So up next for Toronto, Bo Bichette. 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts and 2 groundouts. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Swing and a ball popped up for Hearn. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Orioles take the series opener here at home.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
A 4-0 shutout in this one as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
I'm getting further, did I finally get it right? Everything I did was selfless. I spoke freely when the people needed me, I helped them. I didn't gloat, even told them no when the vultures came. Took control of my fleshly body when the money changed. Son, you do well, but your heart is closed. You can tell residue that linger from your past creates itself. Father, I'm not perfect, I got urges, but I hold them down. But your pride has to die. Okay, Father, show me how. Tell me every deed that you done and what you do it for. I kept 100 institutions paid. Okay, tell me more. I put 100 hoods on one stage. Okay, tell me more. I'm trying to push peace in LA. But you love war. No, I don't. Oh, yes, you do. Concentrated thoughts on who I used to be, I'm shedding skin. Every day a new version of me, a third of me demented, cemented in pain, juggling the pros and cons of fame. I don't know how to make friends, I'm a lonely soul. I recollect this isolation, I was 4 years old. Truth be told, I've been battling myself, trying to navigate the real and fake, cynical about the judgment day. I did past life progression last year, and it f***ed me up, reincarnated on this earth for 100 plus. Body after body, lesson after lesson. Let's take it back to Michigan in 1947. My father kicked me out the house cause I wouldn't listen to him. I didn't care about his influence, only love what I was doing. Gifted as a musician, I play guitar on the grand level. The most talented where I'm from, but I had to rebel. And so I'm off in the sunset, searching for my place in the world. With my guitar up on my hip, that's the story unfurled. I found myself with a pocket full of money and a whole lot of respect. While the record business loved me, I was head of rhythm and blues. The women that fell to their feet, so many to choose. But I manipulated power as I lied to the masses. Died with my money, gluttony was too attractive. Reincarnated. Another life, it placed me as a black woman in the chitlin circuit. Seductive vocalist as the promoter hit the curtains. My voice was angelic, straight from heaven. The crowd sobbed. A musical genius, what the articles emphasized. Had everything I wanted, but I couldn't speak. Had me in fetal position, restricted. Turned on my family, I went wherever cameras be. No private planes for my insanity. Self-indulged, discipline never been my sentiments. I needed. To me, it was like penicillin. Love, my happiness was in that.